In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Hello everyone. Today inshallah we are going to study lesson 6, reading time. Open your student's book to page 50-51. At the beginning we have some vocab. Let's listen and repeat.
Canal, canal,
Canal, long thin stretch of water artificially made. هذا مجرى مائي thin غالبا بيكون يعني ضيق ولكنه long طويل ويتم صناعته بواسطة الإنسان وليس طبيعي. canal وهي القناة.
lake, lake,
A large area of water surrounded by land. مسطح مائي كبير محاط من اليابس من كل مكان. lake البحيرة.
warrior, warrior,
warrior a soldier, a person who is skilled in fighting. شخص ماهر في القتال. especially in the past خاصة في الماضي كانوا يسموه warrior لكن الآن يسموه soldier.
jaguar,
jaguar. Jaguar is a large wild animal of the cat family. حيوان بري ضخم وينتمي لفصيلة القطط.
jaguar, chili peppers, chili peppers,
The picture is clear. الصورة واضحة.
chili peppers, cocoa, cocoa,
Cocoa is a dark brown powder made from cocoa beans. Sweet chocolate drink. مشروب شوكولاتة made from cocoa beans. مصنوع من حبوب الكوكو.
century, century,
Century is a period of 100 years. كل 100 عام يطلق عليهم century.
century,
يعني قرن.
capital, capital,
A city that's the center of the government of a country. المدينة المركزية في أي دولة تسمى capital.
capital,
العاصمة. Like Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia. Cairo is the capital of Egypt.
enemy, enemy,
A person who hates another one. الشخص اللي بيكره شخص آخر أو الآخرين and tries to harm him ويحاول يؤذيه. هذا بنسميه enemy عدو أو خصم.
exist, exist,
Exist to be or to be real. يعني شيء حقيقي موجود. Again.
canal, lake, warrior, jaguar, chili peppers, cocoa, century, capital, enemy, exist.
Our lesson today inshallah is about a famous civilization. هذه عن حضارة مشهورة in the past في الماضي. The Aztecs. Do you know any information about the Aztecs or any ancient civilizations? عندك معلومات عن أي حضارات في العالم؟ We have many different civilizations in the world. How did these people live? كيف عاش هؤلاء الناس في هذه الحضارة؟ What difficulties they have faced? ما هي الصعوبات اللي واجهوها؟ Let's listen, read and discuss.
Activity 1. Read and match A to F. Then listen.
The Aztecs. The Aztecs, or the Mexica, lived in the 14th, 15th and 16th centuries in what is now central Mexico. In fact, Mexico City is where the Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan, used to be. The Aztecs built Tenochtitlan on small islands in Lake Texcoco in 1325. This great city had a lot of bridges and canals, and people used to travel in canoes. But today, the lake doesn't exist.
Okay, we have 6 paragraphs and 6 pictures. After reading and discussing بعد القراءة والنقاش, we are going to match the paragraphs with their pictures. سنقوم بالتوصيل بين الفقرات والصور. Paragraph A. The Aztecs. As we said, it was a famous civilization in the past. Let's learn more about it. The Aztecs or the Mexica lived in the 14th, 15th and 16th centuries in what is now central Mexico. هذه الحضارة كانت في المكسيك. هذه الحضارة تسمى the Aztecs or the Mexica فترة القرن الرابع عشر والخامس عشر والسادس عشر، ما يعرف الآن Central Mexico. In fact, Mexico City is where the Aztec capital Tenochtitlan used to be. في الواقع أن مدينة المكسيك تقع الآن حيثما كانت تقع عاصمة الأزتك اللي هي تنشتتلان. Paragraph B. The Aztecs built Tenochtitlan on small islands in Lake Texcoco in 1325. بنوا العاصمة على مجموعة من الجزر الصغيرة في بحيرة تكسكاكو في العام 1325. This great city, هذه المدينة العظيمة اللي هي تنشتتلان العاصمة, had a lot of bridges and canals. كان فيها الكثير من الجسور والقنوات المائية. And people used to travel in canoes. وكانت الناس تسافر في القوارب الصغيرة. But today the lake doesn't exist. البحيرة لم تعد موجودة الآن.
The Aztecs were great warriors and trained from an early age. Some warriors wore animal skins to look like jaguars, and some wore a helmet with feathers that looked like the head of an eagle. They wanted to scare their enemies. The Aztecs loved sports. They used to play tlachtli, which was a mix of football, basketball, and volleyball. However, players couldn't use their hands.
Paragraph C. The Aztecs were great warriors. كانوا محاربين أشداء and trained from an early age. ويتم تدريبهم في سن مبكرة. Some warriors wore animal skins to look like jaguars, and some wore a helmet with feathers that looked like the head of an eagle. They wanted to scare their enemies. في حروبهم أو معاركهم كانوا بيرتدوا animal skins to look like jaguars حتى يبدو كالنمور المرقطة، أو بعضهم كان بيرتدي wore a helmet with feathers، خوذة عليها ريش that looked like the head of an eagle حتى يبدو رأسه كرأس النسر. Paragraph D. The Aztecs loved sports. كانوا يحبوا الرياضة. They used to play tlachtli, which was a mix of football, basketball and volleyball. كانوا بيلعبوا رياضة اسمها tlachtli، كانت عبارة عن مزيج أو خليط من الفوتبول والباسكتبول والفوليبول الكرة الطائرة. However, players couldn't use their hands. لم يكن يستخدم اللاعبون فيها أيديهم.
The Aztecs ate a lot of corn, beans, and squash with chili peppers and tomatoes. All these are still very popular in Mexico today. They used to eat insects too. Today, cocoa is used to make chocolate. But for the Aztecs, it used to be very important. They used cocoa beans as money. And they also made a chocolate drink. The Emperor Moctezuma II drank 50 cups of chocolate every day.
Paragraph E. The Aztecs ate a lot of corn, beans and squash with chili peppers and tomatoes. كان بيأكلوا الذرة والحبوب والسكواش اللي هو القرع as you can see in the picture with the chili peppers مع هذا الفلفل الأحمر and the tomatoes. All these are still very popular in Mexico today. ما زالت هذه الأطعمة موجودة في المكسيك حتى الآن. They used to eat insects too. حتى كانوا يأكلوا الحشرات. Paragraph F. Today, cocoa is used to make chocolate. يستخدم cocoa beans حبوب الكوكو هذا لصناعة الشوكولاتة. But for the Aztecs, it used to be very important. كانت مهمة جدا بالنسبة لهم. They used cocoa beans as money. كانوا يستخدموها كنقود أو أموال. And they also made a chocolate drink. وأيضا كانوا يصنعوا منها شراب الشوكولاتة. The Emperor Moctezuma II drank 50 cups of chocolate every day. إمبراطور موكتيزوما الثاني كان يشرب 50 كأس من الشوكولاتة every day كل يوم. Now you can read the paragraphs again. حاول تقرأ الفقرات مرة أخرى to match them with the correct pictures. Okay, again we can go back to paragraphs A and B. What is the correct pictures for these paragraphs? The Aztecs or the Mexica lived in the 14th, 15th and 16th centuries. Which one? And the Aztecs built Tenochtitlan on a small islands in Lake Texcoco in 1325. Yes, the correct picture for paragraph A is number 4. That's right. What about this one? Yes, there were a lot of bridges, canals, and people used canoes to traveling. This one. This is paragraph B. That's right. Paragraph C and D. This is A and this is B. What about paragraph C? The Aztecs were great warriors and trained from an early age. Some warriors wore animal skins. Number 2, that's right. Paragraph D, the Aztecs loved sports. They used to play clashly. That's right, this is the sport. This is A again, and this is B, this is C, and this is D. What about E? The Aztecs ate a lot of corn, beans, and squash. Yes, picture number 5. And the last one, picture number 6. This is cocoa beans. Activity 2. Read the lesson again and complete. بعد قراءة الدرس مرة أخرى, try to complete these missing parts. Number 1. Another name for the Aztecs is, it's in line number 1. هذه موجودة في السطر الأول. أول سطر في الدرس. The Mexica is Mexica. That's right. Number 2. The Aztecs built their capital on what? On islands. They built their capital, بنوا العاصمة على مجموعة من الجزر, small islands, in the year 1325. في العام 1325. Number 3. People used what to travel on the canals? They used canoes. استخدموا القوارب الصغيرة to travel. Number 4. Some warriors wore to look like. ارتدوا بعض الملابس الشعبية أو التقليدية to look like what? Jaguars and eagles. يبدو كالنمور المرقطة والنسور. Number 5. When playing clashly, one of the rules was for players not to use. من أحد قواعد هذه اللعبة إن هو البلايرز اللاعبين not to use, لا يستخدموا their hands, لا يستخدموا أيديهم أثناء اللعب. Number 6. The Aztecs ate things like. كانوا بيأكلوا أشياء like what? Corn, beans, squash with chili peppers and tomatoes. That's right. Number 7. Moctezuma's favorite drink was space. هذا كان الإمبراطور. كان شرابه المفضل was chocolate. That's right. Turn to workbook. Page 44. كتاب النشاط page 44. We have 3 activities. Activity 1. Read and choose A, B or C. Number 1. Tenochtitlan was the Aztec. The Aztec what? Capital, lake or country? It was the capital of the Aztecs. That's right. Number 2. The Aztecs built this city on. بنوا هذه المدينة on canals, bridges or islands. They built it on islands, small islands. Number 3. The Aztec warriors, المحاربين, wore thumbs because they wanted to look scary too. كانوا بيرتدوا أشياء مختلفة حتى يخيفوا, يبدو شكلهم مخيف. لمين? To jaguars, enemies or eagles. Of course, scare their enemies, حتى يخيفوا الخصوم أو الأعداء. Number 4. Clashly was a. هذا clashly هذا كانت drink, place, game. Of course, it was a game. The last one, space, were important to the Aztecs because they were used as money. شيء كان مهم بالنسبة لهم بيستخدموه as money. Corn and beans, cocoa beans, cups of chocolate. Of course, cocoa beans. حبوب الكوكو. Activity 2. Listen to the radio program and complete. We are going to listen to a text and complete these sentences. Listen, then answer.
Workbook. Module 5. Reading time. Activity 2. Listen to the radio program and complete.
Welcome back to Delicious. On today's program, we're going to talk about everybody's favourite, chocolate. Chocolate, of course, is made from cocoa beans. These seeds come from the cacao tree. The people in Central America have used cacao seeds for over 3,000 years. Now that's a long time. The Aztecs and the Mayans used to make a drink using cocoa beans and chili peppers. That really was hot chocolate. At the end of the 19th century, chocolate bars became popular. Nowadays you can have chocolate in a number of different ways and flavours. Chocolate with mint or nuts is really common, but there is a company in Austria that makes pineapple flavoured chocolate, or even pumpkin flavoured. That sounds interesting. Today we are going to make a delicious chocolate cake.
Okay, our text is about cocoa beans and cacao trees عن حبوب وأشجار الكاكاو. You can listen to the text more than one time before answering. ممكن تستمع للنص أكثر من مرة before answering قبل الإجابة. Number 1. Today's program is about what? I said I answered it. Yes, it's about chocolate. عن الشوكولات. Number 2. Central American people have used the cacao seeds for more than ظل سكان أمريكا يستخدموا حبوب الكاكاو أو بذور الكاكاو أكثر من space years. How many years? That's right, 3,000. 3,000 years. Number 3. The Aztecs and the Mayans used to make a drink with space and cocoa beans. كان شعوب هذه الحضارة حضارة الأزتكس والمايانز بيستخدموا أو كانوا يصنعوا مشروب with space and cocoa beans يعني حبوب الكاكاو مع شيء آخر اللي هو yes chili peppers. That's right. Number 4. People could buy the first chocolate bars at the end of the space century. بدأت الناس يعني باستطاعتها أنها تشتري قوالب الشوكولاتة بنهاية القرن 19th century. بنهاية القرن 19 تم تصنيع الشوكولاتة as bars كقوالب. Number 5. A company in Australia makes pineapple and space flavored chocolate. في شركة في أستراليا كانت تصنع الشوكولاتة بمذاق أو بنكهة الباينابل الأناناس and pumpkin اللي هو القرع النباتي أو القرع العسلي. Activity 3. Read and match with the pictures. We have 4 paragraphs and 4 pictures. Try to read and match. Number 1. In ancient Greece في اليونان القديمة kids had a lot of toys. Girls used to play with dolls and one of the boys' favorites was the yo-yo. كانت في ألعاب بيلعبوا بها الصغار اللي هي toys, dolls and yo-yo. Which picture he's talking about? بيتكلم عن أي صورة هنا؟ A, B, C, or D? That's right, picture D. Number 2. The Olympic Games started in ancient Greece. هذه الألعاب الأولمبية بدأت في اليونان القديمة و studied or learned about Olympic Games in grade 5. درسنا عنها في الصف الخامس. And today many people think they are the greatest sporting event in the world. In the ancient games, athletes didn't use to wear any clothes. بيعتبروها واحدة من أعظم أو أكبر الفعاليات الرياضية في العالم. Which picture? A, B, or C? That's right, picture A. Number 3. The Romans are famous for the dinner parties. كان مشهور الرومان بحفلات العشاء. They used to have. They used to lie on sofas and eat with their fingers. كان الواحد فيهم بيضطجع كده يرقد على الأريكة أو الكنبة and eat with their fingers. It's a clear picture B. The last one, the ancient Egyptians used to train monkeys to pick fruit from tall trees. Clever, don't you think? القدماء المصريين كانوا بيدربوا القرود إن هم يلتقطوا الفواكه من الأشجار العالية. هذا نوع من الذكاء. Clever, don't you think? Picture C. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next video inshallah. Goodbye.